Welcome to Hannity. Tonight we have breaking news surrounding a massive, deadly explosion at a Beirut, Lebanon. Wait till you see this tape in full. That's straight ahead. Plus, we have the very latest details from today's heated Antifa hearing on Capitol Hill. Senator Ted Cruz is with us. Also, Condoleezza Rice slamming the thought police on the radical left. We'll explain that. Also, we start tonight with a developing story out of, yes, Joe Biden's basement bunker. Tonight, there are currently 3 presidential debates in the works. Joe's biggest fans in the media mob are now begging him not to show. I have sources telling me tonight that his team is saying, well, can we bring notes? Now, they clearly believe that Joe Biden is too weak and too feeble. They're worried that he will be destroyed by President Trump and fake conspiracy news theorists, CNN's own Humpty Dumpty, tweeting that this story is far removed from reality. Oh, OK, there's no violence in Seattle or Portland, and it's just a summer of love and festive atmosphere. I guess they forgot about their own network's coverage, or maybe they're just psychotic liars over there. One top political analyst, fake news, CNN, actually pleading with Biden, please don't debate Donald Trump. Here's a New York Times op-ed entitled, "Let's Scrap the Presidential Debates." Here's another one from the Boston Herald. Biden better walk back any offers to debate President Trump. A report from Newsweek claiming that Joe Biden's own supporters were urging him, don't debate the president. Now, normally a candidate challenging an incumbent pushes for as many debates as possible, not Joe Biden and not his supporters. They want him to stay hiding, and for good reason. His most recent debate performances were, well, frankly, painful to watch. So tonight we're going to take you on what is really a cringeworthy trip down memory lane, because you are the ultimate voter. You will be the jury and the ultimate deciders in just 91 days as we show you the very worst moments. Now, we start with this bizarre soundbite of Biden talking about, well, clipping coupons in the stock market. OK, let's watch.
Why in God's name should someone who's clipping coupons in the stock market in fact, pay a lower tax rate than someone who, in fact, is, like I said, a school teacher and a firefighter?
Does Joe even know what he's trying to say? Another odd moment, Biden encouraging all children to listen to a record player at night. When have we last had a record player? Take a look.
Play the radio. Make sure the television, make sure you have the record player on at night. The phone. Make sure the kids hear words.
And the confusion doesn't stop there. One debate, he actually forgot that Senator Kamala Harris even existed. Take a look.
I have more people supporting me in the black community that have announced for me because they know me. They know who I am. 3 former chairs of the Black Caucus, the only African-American woman that ever been elected to the United States Senate, a whole range of people.
No,
my point is,
that's not true. The other one is here.
I said the first. I said the first African-American elected. Come on. First African.
What day is it? Super Thursday. What state am I in? No hard feelings, Senator. Joe can't even seem to remember his own web address or how text messaging works. Take a look.
We have never been unable to overcome whatever the problem was. If you agree with me, go to Joe 30330 and help me in this fight.
By the way, for the record, that meant nothing. There was no Joe 30330 anything. Now, confusion is not Biden's only issue. Well, his fits of rage, they're also concerning. For example, here's a clip of Joe berating his potential running mate, Elizabeth Warren. Let's take a look at that.
She referenced me. I agreed with the great job she did. And I went on the floor and got you votes. I got votes for that bill. I convinced people to vote for it. So let's get those things straight, too.
Now, if you thought that was bad, just listen to his plan to eradicate domestic violence.
No man has a right to raise a hand to a woman in anger other than in self-defense, and that's rarely ever occurs. And so we have to just change the culture, period, and keep punching at it and punching at it and punching at it. It will be a big no, I really mean it. It's a gigantic issue.
All right, no one knows what's going to come out of Joe's mouth. I don't even think Joe himself knows. But what scares Democrats the most are Joe Biden's well, let's say weird, strange, bizarre stories. Here's one example. Take a look.
And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They'd look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
Hairy legs, turn blonde, and kids like to rub it. What? Leg hair, children, roaches, what? Ask yourself, this is a fair question. Does he have the mental alertness? Is this man fit to serve as the commander-in-chief? Does he have the strength and stamina? It's the most demanding job in the world, and it's obvious, frankly, to everyone that Joe Biden is a massive liability to himself, to the Democratic Party, and more importantly, to this country as a whole. And some on the left, the radical left, they see it as an opportunity. Why? Because he's like the dumb, useful idiot that they will use to, quote, transform this country and the economy, as he said. That's why this is by far the most consequential election in our lifetime. I have a new book out today. Thank you. You made it #1 on Amazon.com of the entire country. Live Free or Die. America and the World on the Brink. It's out today, Hannity.com, Amazon.com. But in this book, the reason I wrote this, first in 10 years, I cover in detail what makes this country so special. And as Reagan said and warned us, freedom is but one generation away from extinction. Make no mistake, if the radical left take over this country, if they implement their stated socialist policies, you can pretty much kiss freedom goodbye, and none of those promises will ever be fulfilled. How's Social Security? How's Medicare? Let's see. How's that Obamacare keep your plan and your doctor and save money? How's that working out? How's it working out with safety and security in cities run by liberal Democrats and states run by liberal Democrats for decades? How is the issue of education in those cities? Come November, 91 days, our future as a country and, frankly, the world, as goes America, so goes the world, will be hanging in the balance. You decide. 91 days.